Hey, welcome to Tabletop Skirmish Games. I'm Lee, and in this video I'll be taking you through issue 489 of the White Dwarf magazine. This is the June 2023 issue, and if you like Age of Sigmar, Warcry and building terrain, I think this is going to be a fantastic issue for you. And here you can see this issue has got the full art cover. This is the one that I subscribe to every month, so I get it delivered to the door. It's much cheaper doing it that way, so if you get the chance, you can sign up. It's £5 a month, you can pay annually or quarterly. And that includes delivery too. Okay, on the back you get all the contents, and they divide it up into sections: Age of Sigmar, Warhammer 40,000, and in those sections they include the skirmish games like Warcry and Kill Team. You'll also get a pull-out in there which we'll have a look at as we go through the magazine. Before we get started though, I'd just like to say a massive thank you to this month's sponsors for helping me to keep going with these daily videos. Be awesome if you check them out. I'll put a link down below to War Factor, where you can go and have a look at their base adapters, and I did a video on that recently which I'll link to at the end of this video. Really cool. They've got a Kickstarter going at the moment. Be awesome if you go and have a look. Right, let's get going then. So here you can see the information if you wanted to subscribe. Obviously I don't get any commission or anything, but it is the best value if you buy it every month. Then you've got the editorial here, and they're focusing on this build here using foam, which is awesome. I was really happy to see this article. And then here you can see the contents repeating from the back. You're going to get 4 bulkhead tiles. These are floor tiles that you use in your games for boarding actions, 40k. Then there's the content section where we can see some of the models people have been painting and sending in. The one that stands out to me this month is the Vindicare Assassin by Aston Parrott. The bottom left there, really nicely done, blended in with the ice. Then you got Worlds of Warhammer. And this is a very good article for me. This is how do you pronounce tricky names in the 41st millennium. I could certainly do with this. I get them wrong so many times. But this one, I've been reading this as Coilia green shade, but it says here that it's Celia, so I've been saying it totally wrong, and I'm surprised I haven't been picked up on that in the comments actually. But yeah, crazy. But there's tons in here to look through. There's a good few pages, so this is very good. This is going to come in handy for sure. Right, let's turn a page and we'll begin with the Warhammer Age of Sigmar section. And this is giving us a really nice picture of the battlefield that's going to feature a lot in this issue. And they're going to show you how to build it, which is really good timing for me, as you'll see in a moment. Then we're on to Flashpoint Rondo. Flashpoints are a series of articles that explore particular regions or war zones. And this is focusing on Rondo. You've got a little bit of fiction and background there to read through. Then we're going to get on to the Great Stomp Part 6. And the Great Stomp reaches the walls of Everquake City. And there's going to be some subterranean sabotage as well, as they're going to be incorporating Warcry into this campaign. And you're going to be using the tiles from Cursed City. There's a battle plan in there, so you can take part in the siege of Everquake City. And then they've got a battle report for the subterranean sabotage that's going to be happening underneath the city in Warcry. So you've got an Age of Sigmar battle and a Warcry battle going on. The idea, I think, here is they're going on simultaneously. And this is really interesting how they've put the two together like this. I'm really impressed. I think this is such a good idea and great to be able to use those tiles from Cursed City. Now we're on to perhaps my favourite article though, how to construct Everquake City. You can also see the pullouts there. But this is where you're going to get to see all the tools you need, the 25mm XPS foam, and it's got all the measurements for the walls and everything. So it's going to take us through step by step how to put together the walls for this siege battle, which is brilliant. This is something I really like to see in these magazines, and I hope they continue this for Age of Sigmar. They do it often for Middle-earth battle strategy game, but I think it would be great if they continue this idea, because this is fantastic. So it's taking you through all the steps from cutting, marking, gluing, painting, how to make the stairs and the stairways, how to make little broken sections to give you extra cover. And this is really good timing for me, as over the past few weeks I've been making a load of terrain using the XPS foam and the insulation boards, and I'm putting together 16 tables of terrain for my tournament that's going to be taking place on the 2nd of July 2023, and I'll be updating you on the terrain builds because there's so much going on, and I've been filming the process, so I'll show you exactly how I made all this very soon. Right, let's get back to the magazine then. So now we're on to the Great Siege, and we're going to get another battle report. This time it's for the Age of Sigmar battle that's going on above ground. So that's really great. You've got Warcry going on underneath, and then up top you've got the big battle where the defenders of Everquake City are taking on the enemy who are holding them siege. So this is going to take you through all the different armies that are put together, and this looks like a load of fun. You start off with the walls intact. Then as the battle continues, they're going to take damage, and those walls are then going to be removed, and the enemy can get through and get into the city. So you can see if you can hold off and survive against the onslaught. So this looks like really good fun. Lots of thoughts gone into this. They've included the build in it, and then the great thing with this foam style of terrain is you can build this to make up big sections, and then use your other terrain, the plastic detailed terrain, to then decorate the board with and serve other functions like garrisonable and giving you some extra cover, things like that. So really cool way of doing this. This is how I'm approaching it for my tournament, and it's brilliant to see Games Workshop doing the same thing in this issue of the magazine. Now we're on to even more Warcry. This time it's new background quests and rewards for the Soulblight Gravelord's Warbands. And you're going to get your other floor tile there. Shame they wasted a big section of that card. But there we go. And then here we're going to keep going now through all these rules for Warcry. So really great to see Warcry getting a battle report and another section in here before we move on to Warhammer 40,000. Here's another double-page battle shot. Really cool to see the Astra Militarum going up against the Necrons there. And then we're going to look at a tale of 4 warlords. And we're going on to the next stage of this series. If you've been following along, you'll have seen the painting happening with all the different models from the team at Games Workshop. So you can see that in more detail. Then you're going to get a bit of narrative and background for the Iron Crusade there to read through as well. This is Flashpoint Herald of Misery, so we're focusing on that area. Then Warped Vessels, Arcs of Omen, Herald of Misery. And now I thought the boarding actions had finished in the White Dwarf magazine, because it's been going on for months now, and I'm sure they said last time that was it, but it's not, because we've got more floor tiles, and we've got much more information here, more rules, we've got more battlefields and missions to take part on. And here you can see you've got the tactical analysis of the Red Angels Wake mission as well. So yeah, big article for boarding action. So if you're into this, then there's a lot to look through here. And you can even have a look at Echoes of the Warp to see how they've designed the missions, which is always a nice, interesting read. Then we've got The Unforgiven, and this is going to be a section focusing on modelling and painting inspiration, and this issue it's the Dark Angels and their successors, and these are always really good articles. You get really nice army shots, detailed pictures of the miniatures, the different paints they've used, so you've got the paint guides there, and just really good for inspiration and close-up images of vehicles, heroes, characters, and everything you need. Nice use of Necromunda there for the base. And then we've got some really cool bikes going on. They've done a great job on those Outriders. So looking awesome, actually, these pictures. Really well detailed. Again, the paint guides taking you through everything you need. We're looking at some different successors as well, and some painting styles by different painters. Now we're on to Kill Team, the Maze of Malice. Here you've got a Sky Splinter assassin negotiating a web of deceit. So you've got a little bit of reading to do, some fiction there, and then Apprehend the Prisoner. This is going to be a multiplayer mission designed for 3 players. This ties in nicely with the Gallo Dark narrative, so this is really cool. Looks like the rules are pretty straightforward. Most of them are going to come in the mission rules, and then you've got some data cards for the Thrall and Prisoner, strategic and tactical ploys to give them as well. So that's really cool. Getting some nice attention for Kill Team is always good. Then we've got Horus Heresy with a couple of battles to take place on there. Counter Attack and Breakthrough. And then Circling Ambush, so another one. And then a little bit of reading for No God's Land by Chris Thurston, part 5 of the ongoing Grombrindle serial. And this is a little bit from the Black Library to have a read through if you're interested in the fiction. And then you might want to pick up some of the books by the author. Then inside the studio, we get a look at what some of the team have been up to and painting some of the bigger models there from McFarlane Toys. And then next month, we're going to get Enter the White Dwarf Bunker. Doesn't say any more, so a mystery there. Not sure exactly what that means. But there we go. That's issue 489 of the White Dwarf magazine. I hope you enjoyed the video and this gave you a good idea of what's included. And now you can decide whether or not you'd like to add it to your collection. So thanks so much for watching. If you like this video, you might also want to check out this one I did where I went to the UK Games Expo. And there's another video I'll link to at the end of this one showing you those base adapters, and also a video on how to quickly and easily paint your Stormcast Eternal miniatures. If you like this video, it'd be awesome if you hit the like button, subscribe for more videos like this one, and then I look forward to seeing you here next time on Tabletop Skirmish Games. Thank you so much to my Patreon supporters for helping me to keep going with these regular videos. I couldn't do this without you, and I appreciate your support so much. If you'd like to join the Patreon community, support the channel, get some great perks at the same time, there's a link down below in the description. It'll be awesome to see you there.